Entitlement. What does it mean to be entitled? Being entitled is the belief that you inherently deserve privileges or special treatment. While it sounds good and right, and let's be honest, it feels good too, it is a hedonistic tendency. We live in a world where hedonism is the new religion. If it feels good, do it. If it tastes good, eat it. If it looks good, get it. If it sounds good, buy it. If it smells good, inhale it. Being mastered by our feelings and allowing them to become the ultimate authority in our lives and the ultimate truth in our hearts can lead to terrible things. Terrible things maybe not for you, but maybe for those around you who are affected by your decisions. Now, disclaimer, if you do not believe in God and you do not see the Bible as your standard or want to, then you may want to stop here and go look at some puppy videos or something similar. But if you are curious about where I'm going with all of this and want to know a bit more about God and the Bible and how dangerous entitlement can be, then keep watching. This one time, I made a statement on Facebook. And between you and me and the mango tree, it was pretty good. And I thought, wow, this is so good. I'm gonna use it in my next speech. As embarrassing as that is to admit. And the day came and I put it in my speech and I delivered the statement. It's the truth. Anywho, fast forward a few days later, and lo and behold, someone wrote my quote on Facebook. I mean, in my heart, I was like, this is good and pleaseth the Lord. Because my quote has been recognized, and I'll be honest with you, felt real good. And then I continued reading, only to discover someone else's name at the end of my quote. What the sin? Someone attributed my quote to someone else. I'm embarrassed to say. It is embarrassing, actually. It's really embarrassing. So I'm gonna say it though. I'm gonna say it. It took me a good 3 days to get over. Why did I care so much? Why? Because I was entitled. I believed I deserved to be recognized. Some of you are wondering, why is that such a bad thing, Leanne? If it was your quote, why shouldn't you be recognized? Why shouldn't you get the credit? Maybe so. But what drew my attention as I tried to work through my feelings on what had happened, it wasn't about what was right, but it was about what was unrighteous that had come up in my heart. And as I thought about it, I realized something. It reminded me of a scripture in Galatians 1 verse 10. It says, am I now trying to win the approval of men or of God? I wanted approval from people because I thought I deserved it. And it turned something great, cool insight, into something ugly. And what I realized is that anytime my efforts to gain approval switch from the approval of God to the approval of people, entitlement inevitably is a symptom. So if you feel entitled, it may be a good question to ask yourself and examine your heart. Are you more concerned with what you can do for God or what others should be doing for you? Another scripture that I think of is in Luke 17 verse 10. It talks about, so then when you've done everything that you were told to do, you should have the attitude of, we are just unworthy servants. We are only doing our duty. Was Jesus wanting us to have a servant attitude because he was mean? He wanted us to suffer? I don't think so. In fact, in Philippians 2, it says that Jesus took on the very nature of a servant. So he did it first. He set the tone. He blazed the trail. And as a result, God lifted him up. As Christians, we also have to have the attitude of not expecting or deserving. And that's hard to swallow for us in this day and age, because when you don't trust that God wants good things for you and to lift you up and will use others to do that, you will always be more focused on lifting yourself up instead of letting God and those around you lift you up. Having no entitlement keeps our hearts pure and free from defilement and cynicism. Really, it's a salvation issue. If this video has helped you, please feel free to like it. Please feel free to share it. If you want a deeper Bible study or you want to hear more on a particular topic, please reach out to me. Come to church with me. Let's be friends. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.